Dire's turn to pick.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Beastmaster.
Alright everybody, welcome to this evening's match between Team Merciless and Blackout 5. I'm your streamer Maz. I will be with you this evening flying solo as we look into one of the last 2 weeks of the group stages.
Here's the Radiant ban.
We are straight into the draft. We've got bans here on Viper, Largo, SF and Panda, opening up with a Skywrath Mage, while Blackout 5 has removed Warlock, Razor, Tiny, Shadow Demon, and Oracle from the pool, opening up with a B.
Radiant's turn to pick. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright everybody, welcome to this evening's match between Team Merciless and Blackout 5. I'm your streamer Maz. I will be with you this evening flying solo as we look into one of the last 2 weeks of the group stages.
Here's the Radiant ban.
We are straight into the draft. We've got bans here on
To pick.
Okay. Some more interesting heroes coming out here.
10 seconds.
Ogre being brought into the pool. Very
5
nice hero when you're
seconds
looking
remaining.
at disabling enemy heroes. Also very, very decent hero when you're trying to buff a very heavy right clicker. So we can be looking to see if there's going to be some right click damage coming out on the side of Merciless here. Blackout 5 have pulled in a Marana and a Mars. Oh, so now we've got Mars in the equation. You don't often see a Beastmaster and Mars in the same game. They do tend to occupy the same space. So yeah, we will see just exactly how that is going to play out. We could possibly be seeing a mid Beastmaster here, or uncommon but not unheard of, with somebody running the
10 seconds.
Mars in the mid lane. Have seen it worked
5
in
seconds
the past.
remaining.
Merciless picking up another hero in Magnus that does tend to buff the heroes around him. So, I mean, Magnus has got the Empower, which obviously grants the additional damage as well as the Cleave. Ogre with the attack speed and movement speed. I'm expecting to see a very, very heavy right clicker coming out on the side of Merciless. Perhaps something like we could see, you know, maybe a Jug, or perhaps I think Faceless Void could also sneak his way through the pool, although it doesn't generally gel too well with Magnus traditionally, because, you know, he'll tend to catch the Magnus in the ulti. I know I often say it, but don't often see it. Bloodseeker could be coming out here. Ah, here we go, Muerta. Now you've got high damage, high magic damage, increased attack speed, and the Empower coming out. That is going to be a very, very heavy right-click hero.
10 seconds.
So I think on Blackout
5
5 they're going to look
seconds
for something
remaining.
that tries to mitigate a lot of the magical damage that's coming in. They have already taken out the Oracle themselves, who with the Fate's Edict can negate a lot of magical damage coming into friendly enemy heroes. They will have to build a pipe on Beastmaster or Mars. You're going to be seeing a lot of BKBs coming out this game as well.
Radiant's
Okay, Jakiro coming in, very nice hero for crowd control, deals a decent amount of damage all around. Also sort of a counter to the Ogre's Bloodlust, because he does bring in that element of reducing attack speed and doing that damage over time. Very, very good
10
harassing
seconds.
support in the safe or the off lane, but generally more so in the safe lane. Blackout also looking at it and going, you know what, doesn't suit our draft is a Rubik. So they could be thinking that this is more than likely a POS2 Skywrath on the side of Merciless. So they ban out the Rubik. They say they don't want a Rubik
10
throwing arrows,
seconds.
doing the primal roar or the
5
Mars
seconds
ulti
remaining.
and spears. You know, there's big spells on Twinhead that a Rubik just absolutely loves. So yeah, they take the Rubik out of the pool. Merciless has removed the Tusk, which is a very, very good save hero. And they've also removed the Drow, which can do a lot of damage from afar. So yeah, we are on to the last two bans
Here's
of
the
either of
Radiant
these teams
ban.
here. You don't often see a Beastmaster and Mars in the same game. They do tend to occupy the same space. So yeah, we will see just exactly how that is going to play out. We could possibly be seeing a mid Beastmaster here, or uncommon but not unheard of, with somebody running the Mars in the mid. Okay, so they've taken out the OD on the side of Blackout 5. I think that's a very decent ban, because I mean the Ogre and the Mag do tend to buff up the damage output of the OD, so I think removing OD from the pool is a wise decision. And Merciless remove the Medusa. Medusa, also an extremely tanky hero, doesn't really
5
mind
seconds
absorbing
remaining.
a lot of damage too much. So really one that can stand and deliver. Could see, you know, maybe a Jug, or perhaps I think Faceless Void could also sneak his way through the pool, although it doesn't generally gel too well with Magnus traditionally, because you know he'll tend to catch the Magnus in the ulti. I know I often say it, but don't often see it. Bloodseeker could be coming out here. Ah, here we go, Muerta. Now you've got high damage, high magic damage, increased attack speed, and okay, a lot of time being used up on these last two picks.
Very, very heavy right-click hero.
Both teams
Radiant's
looking
turn
for the
to pick.
best hero. Kotl coming out. Okay, Kotl also a very decent magic damage dealer.
A lot of the magical damage that's coming in. They have already taken out the Oracle
Seen Kotl run as a one, not as a one, as a two, to great effect.
10 seconds.
Very mobile hero. If used correctly,
5
can also
seconds
do a lot
remaining.
of damage, a lot of repositioning with the blinding light, and decent at crowd control, and then just buffing up his allies with the chakra, lowering the cooldowns. Jakiro would be throwing out a lot of spells very quickly in rapid succession, so increases damage output a lot, makes the Mars Spear have a lesser cooldown, which means more disable, more damage.
Storm Spirit.
Okay, Merciless go with the Storm Spirit. Very good mid hero, and you know, doesn't really care too much about the Mars ult. Can get out of Jakiro's way as well. So let's see what we've got here. So this is going to be a 4-5 Jakiro Kotl, and then is this a POS 1 Mirana?
Tusk,
I've
which
seen
is
it
a
happen,
very
seen it
good
done.
save hero.
And then, yeah, on the side of Merciless, we've got in this order 4, 5, 3, 1, 2. So, yeah, a very, very traditional draft in that sense, with individuals going in their more traditional roles. Blackout 5 coming with a slightly different draft. So we'll see how this sort of draft runs into the more traditional one. I'm expecting a pretty good game so far. Just having a look at the draft, I think, because I'm maybe slightly more traditional myself, Team Merciless draft looks better, it looks more well-rounded. Blackout 5's draft can work. 100% think that it can work, but the timings have to be very, very good, and just the layering of their various spells needs to be very, very good, because you've got some mobile heroes on the side of Merciless, so you want to really lock them down and not give them the opportunity to move around too much.
Medusa also an extremely hero, doesn't really mind absorbing a lot of damage. So really one that can stand and
I have my doubts about you.
Okay, instant smoke coming out.
Prepare
Both
for
teams
battle.
pinging out possible ward sites.
Really now?
Merciless looking to take the high ground here.
Told you a storm was coming.
Let's see, will Blackout 5 run up this high ground? Scouting it out with the boar. Boar doesn't break the smokes. They think it's sort of safe. Okay, then they realize that something's not right. Okay, arrow does hit on the Muerta. We've got a big, big first spell coming out. Looks into the high ground. Blackout 5 go, and they are going to be taking down 2 heroes here. Cottle doing a lot of damage in a large surface area with his Illuminate. Very, very big spell. And they've placed the sneaky high ground ward on the mid lane. Will give a very, very good... Oh, is this... Oh, okay, no, the arrow doesn't hit. The arrow doesn't hit.
more disable, more damage. Okay, Merciless go with the Storm Spirit. Very good mid hero, and you know doesn't really care too much about the Mars ult.
Okay, some good blocking coming out both ways. It looks like Cottle will just get the better of the blocks. We are seeing a mid Cottle here. As I said, I've seen it happen before, and it's a very, very strong mid laner to work into. Can really shove the wave, and doesn't really worry too much about right clicks, as his attack range is pretty far in comparison to the Storm Spirits. So he's just going to be chakra magic and illuminating all the way through here, and shoving this lane right under the tower, making life very difficult. Over in the side lanes. Okay. Things are looking pretty good. I don't know, that use of the Ignite, I don't know if it's the best one. I think I would want to use the Ignite slightly differently. By just hanging around this Mirana, throwing the Ignite on her and using the slow while we know she's taken arrow first, so and she's not a very fast hero, but just using the Ignite to slow her down and get 1 or 2 right clicks out. Ogre's got a very, very high base damage, hitting it around 73 on average to the Mirana's 60. So there he's doing it now. But he doesn't right click. So, you know, that Ignite damage with 1 or 2 right clicks thrown in the mix really makes most supports think twice. We've got some action going on in the top lane. Healing salve coming out on the Jakiro. You got to think that that Blackout 5 will want to try and max the liquid fire here to slow down the farming capabilities of the Magnus. And funny enough, the Skywrath doesn't really mind too much the liquid fire. As long as he gets one spell off, he basically negates all of the liquid fire's damage over time. Only once it gets to level 2, level 3, will he really start feeling it because of the magic shield that he generates as part of his passive.
I think it's sort of safe. Okay, then they realize something's not right. Okay, arrow does hit on the Muerta. We've got a big...
Just some harass going out here on the Marana. She has now gone with the leap. Definitely think it's a skill that she needs in this particular lane.
Doing a lot of damage in a large surface.
Oh no.
With his Illuminate.
Okay, Mars using the spear to very good effect there, managing to get the last hit on the creep as well as hit the Muerta at the same time. And they are definitely targeting this Marana now. She has now used her second last tango. She got one more left.
Oh, no, the arrow doesn't hit.
Still some decent regen here on the mag. Has got the bracer up as well, so he's actually okay with that. He will take a bit of a harass coming out from this Jakiro now. Like I said, that liquid fire is being leveled up. It's a bit more painful every time. Okay, 18 and 3 to the 26 and 4 of the Storm. Storm is now moving up towards his Water Rune. Water Rune on the bot side here as well. There is no bottle on the side of Kotl. He doesn't really need it. He's got the chakra, he's got the regen. He needs... okay, we've got a dead Muerta. Dead Muerta here. And there's still some damage going out onto the Ogre. There's some more action going on here in the top lane as well. Mag has decided to go back to base. And the Skywrath is just harassing this Twin Head down. He will get the better of him. And like I said, that magic shield just doing so much to negate a lot of the damage coming out of the Twin Head, who doesn't normally lose that exchange. Of course, he's got the double hits, albeit at a reduced damage. A very nice trick shot into the tree, comes back, hits the Mars, forces him to be feared into the tower, takes 1 or 2 tower hits there. Very, very nice use of that skill. Mars just stepping up a little bit and being reminded as to why that's a bad idea. Okay, we have got birds flying into the Mag. Mag taking a lot of harass damage coming through from the Twin Head here.
Stupendous!
Going on in the top lane.
8-1 charges now on Mag, so he doesn't really mind too much. He's got the bracer as well, got a Tango running, regenerating at about 12.5 almost, and 5.3 health per second in general as a result of that bracer. Okay, 6-minute Lotuses. Obviously, with Marana on your team, you really do want to grab those Lotuses, and you want to, if you're on the opposing team, prevent her from getting any Lotuses, because, or her and her teammates, because it just gives so much value. And the Mars is now full health, 2 braces, arrow into, well, spear into arrow, into God's Rebuke. So much damage coming out, but the Muerta standing and delivering. Skywrath dying in the top lane as well. Storm Spirits come through for a gank. He's going to zip twice, hit twice, gets his kill. Mars going to go down here as well. Does manage to spear the Storm back, but the Mars will go down eventually anyway. Kotl has now come through for a gank as well. He's putting decent amount of damage into the creep wave, but the Illuminate is not going far enough for him to do any damage to the Muerta itself.
Bring down Radiant's top tower.
And they are definitely targeting this.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
One of our astute viewers has pointed out that there is a double audio problem. I have realized what the issue is and I fixed it. Ogre going down in the bottom lane as well. A lot going on the stream all at once. Cartel managing to bring the last hits back into equilibrium. However, the Storm Spirit did get 2 kills in the bot lane, and Cartel unfortunately wasted his rotation there, as he got nothing for it. Some decent stacks being made here. And Cartel will be taking these. Will he be able to stack this again? He should be able to, but he could have actually got a double stack off here if he had gone and hit that other side camp as well. Could also stack with the Illuminate, and we have got a big mag ult coming down, reverse polarity going down on the Beastmaster. Storm zipping in, gets the kill, and Cartel also rotating in, trying to stand here. Does take the mag down. We've got some right clicks coming down onto the Storm Spirit with no mana, and the Ice Path bringing the Skywrath into the ground. Cartel getting a triple kill.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
There's about a less than a 1k net worth lead on the side of Blackout, and a lot of that would have come from the recent gank. We've got Mirana ult in play. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, here's the reason why they've come to gank the Muerta. They get the big spear into the arena combo. Arrow hitting as well. Bloodlusted Ogre just trying to deal some damage, but he's been slowed down by the Liquid Frost and the body blocks. And that will be a Spear Gojubu combo coming through from Cuckoo, who does take down the Ogre.
Drunk sailor.
There it goes.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Okay, this Observer Ward and Sentry Ward 2-for-1 combo going the way of Skywrath.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Elysium enjoying that.
Using echolocation.
Always satisfying when you're a support and you drop 1 ward for the price of 2 and get
Dire's
reimbursed
middle
for
tower
your
is
50 gold by
drowning.
taking an Observer at the same time. They're pinging out this Muerta again. They really want to put some decent pressure on her. She does realize something's going wrong.
Dire's middle
She steps
tower
back,
is
hides
under
behind the
pressure.
tower. We do have a smoked up dragon. Will he run straight? Yes, he realizes something's going on now. Gets the dual breath out. Liquid Frost as well at the Muerta ultis, and she's going to be doing a lot of damage here. But she was standing in the Macropie at the time, which is, I think, turned the tide in the way of the Twin Head, who's got another dual breath, and that is a dead Muerta who just overstayed her welcome, not realizing that there were 2, perhaps 3 other enemy heroes. And they're taking through the Twin Gate. They're going to be running in on this bottom tower, or this top tower. They've managed to get the Roar out onto the Ogre. Big ulti coming out from Mars. Storm Spirit ulting straight into the arena and not out. He fakes the reverse polarity as he realizes he's not going to be able to catch any of the heroes because he's got no detection. So he doesn't want to waste it. He'll rather go down and be out for 30 seconds than lose reverse polarity for the entirety of its cooldown. They're going after this Muerta again. They realize that they've got the upper hand here. So there is a bit of death balling that's happening.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
A risky TP coming out from Storm Spirit, who goes straight in on the Twin Head, realizing that most of the spells are down. The calling does come through, does manage to catch the Twin Head. They've now turned their attention onto the Cartel, who uses the Blinding Light to get his way out, reposition his enemy heroes. Muerta goes down straight away again, just after her ulti is dropped. Repositioning happening here on the Mars, there's a big fight, a very prolonged fight happening here. Mars may be pulled down just... Okay, oh, the spear into 5 trees, missing all of them. That is the worst when that happens. He does still have 2 lotuses, so the Mars doesn't seem too perturbed over all of this because he's got the 2 lotuses, he's got 2 double braces and the phase boot, so I mean he is quite tanky in all rights. Okay, Beastmaster maneuvering down to farm some ancients here. Very efficient use of the axes. Drops them into the small camp, runs to the ancient camp, and catches the ancients on the way back. Very, very efficient use of his mana there. Level 10 to the Muerta's level 7. She's just had a torrid time here. We're switching over to the network graph. We do see Blackout 5 in the lead by about 4k, and a lot of it sitting on their, on all of their core heroes.
Radiant think fortification can save them.
Radiant's top tower. Any port in a storm.
Okay, they are scanning and pinging out the triangle. They know somebody's there. They don't know who's there. They see it is the Cottle. They do manage to jump in on him. A little bit of a miscommunication coming through from the Storm Spirit as he zips right past the Cottle, maybe using more mana than he initially anticipated to. But they do bring the Cottle down here. Big kill, about 600 gold being split 3 ways.
Tower just got sent to the
And
bottom.
a Marana ult used during that time as well. Speaking of Marana, she is going to be camping out here on the Wisdom Rune while Twinhead goes back to fetch the other Wisdom Shrine. So both Wisdom Shrines going the way of Blackout 5. We continue to put pressure on this Muerta here.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Okay, Storm Spirit zipping out, realizing that something's amiss here, and we have got Blackout 5 trying to push through this bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Mars
attack.
picks up an illusion rune on the top part of the map, sends them down mid to just carry on whittling away at this mid tower, which is surprisingly still standing. You'd expect that with this Twinhead they would be really trying to push their advantage. Okay, Mars standing on the high ground with a blink. Misses the spear, unfortunately. Does have the arena down. Storm Spirit's happy to stand in it. Now they know the arena's down. Will they engage now?
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Kothel has the bots up with the Oblivion Staff. Is looking for an Orchid. Doesn't want this one more spear. Oh goodness. Okay. Bit of a misplay here with the charge back. Witchblade still being chased by the Storm Spirit. Yule's queued up here on the Marana. I think Yule's is the good play. Now he gets it. He gets the Fisher into the charge back. Okay, but this mid tower is being well protected
Dire's
by Blackout
structures
5.
are fortified. Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire's
Okay, we have a
top
smoke
tower
out on
is
Merciless.
gone.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a
They're
stiff
moving
wind.
top. They're
Dire
scanning.
are scanning for enemies.
Bottom is
They're
missing.
catching nothing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now, do they think that perhaps they can catch something in Blackout 5's side lane camps? They are moving themselves that way. They will see that one camp is farmed, so they know something's going on here.
Radiant's middle
But
tower
Cottle
can't
knows
handle
something's
this
up as
deluge.
well. Oh, or does he? Doesn't look like it. There's a pop on the Ogre who's going to be right next to the Cottle as he hits him with the Fire Blast and then with the Ignite. There is a dust and a little stun coming out from the neutral creeps. Everything's going down now. The Kotl eventually does go down. Primal goes out, and the Storm Spirit, who does fall. Ogre also falls in the background as well. And there are some voice line spams coming out as well from the
Dire's middle
Blackout
tower
5
is
team.
under pressure. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, Ags has been up on the Beastmaster now as well. Has got the raindrops. And now he's going to be dealing a fair amount of damage. We saw some of it coming out in the previous fight. Arena onto nothing here. And that never feels good as a Mars. Doesn't matter that it's a 100-second or a 90-second cooldown spell, which is quite good as far as ultis go. Mid-air Fire Blast coming out on the Mirana as she just leaps away, but gets speared back. And hits the arrow as well. So the mag tries to get in on the plays. However, the timing is too good on Blackout 5. Little cheeky steal of the invisibility rune coming from Skywrath here. 5k net worth lead still in the favor of Blackout 5. Full ulti being dropped onto the Twin Head, and a Blink Spear misses. So Skywrath manages to walk out of that engagement. Okay, the Mortis farm starting to definitely pick up now. The Maelstrom is online. She's working her way towards a BKB, which I think against this particular team in Blackout 5 is going to be extremely important. I think you can definitely see what the play is here. Initiate with the mag, reverse polarity, drop the calling down, having them all standing next to each other, being hit by the spirits in silence while the Muerta just stands and delivers. But there's a blink in here onto the Storm Spirit. He does get the Primal Rod in the face. Reverse polarity goes on to 3. Mars Arena gets dropped. The mag will go down, as will the Ogre as well. 3 down on the side of Merciless. Muerta does try and come help the Skywrath, who gets repositioned in every which way, taking blinding lance and spears into the back, with more spirits being dropped around this area. Skywrath, obviously no stranger to spirits. His girlfriend is Vengeful Spirit, after all. But he did not like those spirits. Okay. This is going to be a very, very early shard going the way of Blackout 5. Tormentor only really been up for about 30 odd seconds before being taken out. And it will go the way of Twin Head. They're going to be going through the Twin Gates now. Do they make a Roche play right here, right now? Or do they run left and catch this Muerta again? She's farming in a dangerous place, knowing that the
Dire's middle tower
shard has
is
just
under
been,
pressure.
the Tormentor has just been taken and the shard has been assigned. So that little area where she was farming is a very brave place to be without vision.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay,
Middle tower
play is Roche.
down.
It's going to be a slow-ish Roche, not too bad. 21 minutes means that the Wisdom Shrines are active as well.
Into the dire.
And now you got to believe that Blackout 5 is going to be very, very aggressive running down this mid lane. They do see the Skywrath, they ping him out and catch him with the Blink Arena spear combo. Arrow hits him to finish off the job. That is a dead Skywrath mage. Okay.
Oh, they use the mag the moment he gets the straight spear into Ice Path. Everybody's disabled,
Is under attack.
and that is a dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very dead Beastmaster as well. I don't know
Is under
quite how
attack.
he got ticked down, but nonetheless he did
Radiant
go down.
fortified their structures. Attack
Radiant's
the
middle tower
hero.
can't handle
Okay, there's a
this
double
deluge.
damage rune or an amplified damage rune in the top river here. If either of the teams realize it's here. Okay, so it's being pinged out now. Worm has identified it, said, hey guys, this is happening, this is here. And we've got a smoke play coming in here onto the Primal Beast again, who might just go down for the second time. There's so much single target abilities just going out in him. Macropire being dropped on the walkway, but they just take the other set of stairs, and that will be a dead twin head as well. Very, very decent smoke. 2 for the price of 50 gold. And Macropire is down. Beast is down. Twin head is down as well. Mag working on his BKB because he can't let the Yule Scepter be the one that's getting the better of him.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
So even though
Radiant's
this
top tower
double
is
damage
under
rune was
attack.
pinged out by Twin Head, nobody on the side of Blackout 5 has gone to fetch it, and Merciless have run past it. They didn't see it was
Dire
there.
are scanning for enemies.
Okay,
Radiant are
they do
scanning
see
for
there
enemies.
is some activity from Blackout 5 in this bottom lane. The entire smoke gang is moving in. There's not much time left on the smoke though. Which one are they going to catch first? They do see the
Radiant's
Kotl,
bottom tower
who
is under
they've
attack.
just picked out now. He is standing underneath the ward. All of them get dusted. A big Mars ult comes, but it doesn't really catch anybody. They are just able to walk out here. 2's caught in the ice path. Macropire going down beneath it as well. Mag is going down in the background. Wurt already fallen. Twin Head taking a lot of damage from the Sky Wrath while the Ogre gets knocked down by the Primal Beast. And now they are just chasing the Storm. Storm does have mana to work with, but he has been silenced. He's instantly been used. He will get hit with all 3 of the big spells coming out of Blackout 5. So the timing was very, very good there. Okay, this game is turning, and it's turning quite quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Oh goodness, Skywrath being caught again here.
Radiant's middle tower is
Skewer
under attack.
back onto the Mirana, who just leaps away. She doesn't really mind it too much. Mars blinking out of the
Radiant's
ignite. Of
bottom
course it won't hit him
tower is
if
under
he
attack.
does manage to time that correctly, which is any time before it hits him. Okay, but they do seem to have caught this Ogre again.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
I see your liver and lights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Lots of damage coming out on this mid tower.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Still a lot of respect being shown by Blackout
Radiant's
5. They
bottom
are
tower
doing
faces a stiff
the
wind.
correct thing, which is to take out all of the objectives while I suppose also catching enemies on the backline, as they just did now with the Skywrath, who's died now in the second place, about let's say 50 Dota meters away from each other. Okay, Bloodlusted Tower hitting the Mars. Mars doesn't mind any damage coming in from the front. The fortification is dropped to take out the catapults. Oh, a big RP going in on the Kotl, who's being fully targeted but manages to turn and walk out. Does go down eventually, but at what cost here? it doesn't seem like there's going to be anything to take
Killing spree.
out the rest of these heroes. 2 right clicks coming out from the Primal, takes down Storm. Muerta just ran past her in the background. They didn't even bother right clicking her, they just ran past her while her ulti was still on and just made sure she couldn't get too far away. In the background here, the Skywrath gets caught again by the Mars, but once again within this little area here, this is a death zone for Skywrath. I don't think he realizes how much vision is coming out. They can basically see him coming from behind the racks.
Radiant's bottom tower
So
faces
very,
a
very good
stiff
vision
wind.
game by Blackout 5.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Here we are seeing some more action here. That is a Lotus on the side of Mirana. A Lotus at 28 minutes. She's having a very, very good game. Okay, all objectives on the map have now been taken. I think the only 2 objectives have just popped up now, which is the Wisdom Shrines, and they will both comfortably go the way of Blackout 5. 22k net worth lead as it stands
Radiant's
at the
top
moment.
tower is on the
And
rocks.
yeah, most of it, if not all of it, is sitting on all 3 cores, which is exactly where you want that net worth to be. They are making a play here for this Mirana, who uses herself. She will jump straight out here. Does go down, but at the price of the Skywrath ulti as well, who effectively did no damage, unfortunately, due to the Mirana jump. I do think... Oh, okay, here we go again. We'll get my thoughts in a moment. We've got the spear going out onto a Primal Rod. Storm Spirit, who does go down. Mirana also going down in the background. Muerta caught outside the base. Doesn't look good. Mars blinking in very quickly. Getting Yulesed up. Dropping the spear, missing the spear. RP onto 3 heroes, skewer back into the tier 3 towers. There's going to be quite a few casualties now on the side of Blackout 5. They may have just stepped up a little bit too far. And Mirana griefing her Twin-Head Dragon, just standing in front, body blocking him while he's still got very little health. Oh, they're thinking about going back in here. Twin-Head does have a 4 staff, and he still had Greaves as well, so I think he would have been fine either way.
Die, mongrel.
Okay, 19k net worth lead. They're just going to wait for all of their cores to come back before making a play again here. I think spent maybe a bit too much time trying to chase heroes. As you see, there's very little damage that has gone out on that tier 3 tower, only 500 or so. I think the only real thing that could defeat Blackout 5 now is poor positioning, because we have seen what can happen if the mag does catch 2 or 3 heroes in the reverse polarity. He does have the ability to drag them right back, and at that point it's straight into a Muerta, who has got a Merciless up now as well, and she's gonna start hitting
exponentially harder every time she gets a new piece of equipment. As it stands, 129 plus 81. But then, of course, does have the ability to do the double shot
Invisibility.
with her passive skills, which takes a lot of damage. And the calling is just there for control.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Radiant are scanning for
Mirana
enemies.
sitting in a fountain of lotuses. She's bagged herself a greater healing lotus, which on the side of Blackout 5, if anybody eats that thing, might as well be a Roshan cheese. Eight-second BKB on the Mars, so he's still got a very, very big BKB available to him. And 7 seconds on the side of Beastmaster. So I mean, they've had these BKBs for a while, but it shows you just how efficient they're trying to use them. They don't use it in every interaction or every engagement. They use it only when it's absolutely necessary. Triple arcane bolts coming out from Skyrath here. Got a rod as well, maybe just a bit of additional control being required here on the side of Merciless. There is also a banner on the Mars as well.
Who spoiled that shot?
Okay, will they blink in without vision? Let's see. We can expect a big fight here. Banner has been dropped down. Mars looking for an angle. Mag looking for an angle. Who's going to blink first? Pinging out these wards. Moenta takes them down. Mars still wants to jump. You can feel him itching for it. Mag looking for a better angle around on the side here. Oh, there's maybe 2 or 3. Oh, he only gets one. He gets arguably the most important one, who gets skewered right back into the top of the towers. Lots of damage coming out here from Merciless, and that is a dead primal beast who has got Aegis. He will be coming back. Ogre is down. Moeta is down. They will count this as a win on the side of Blackout. Storm Spirit making a nuisance of himself in the background. Buybacks coming out. That is a dead Kotl, a dead Mirana. But I think on the side of Blackout 5 they'll take that. They'll think that that was decent. But it could have gone so much worse. It could have gone so much worse. If maybe 1 or 2 more were caught in that reverse polarity, I think the conversation that we'd be having is very, very different. Okay, BKBs are also on cooldown now. Oh, there's a blink straight into a primal roar onto the Storm, who's going to be controlled all the way down here. Oh, Storm just couldn't react fast enough. I think if you're Storm, you've got to start considering a Lincoln's here. Because the only threat to you at this point is that primal roar. Okay, Twinhead mildly out of position. I don't know what the play was there. Wildly out of position, stepping up, maybe just wanting to drop the liquid fire onto the tower, but I don't know if that was completely worth it. We do have a smoke coming out from the side of Merciless. They're going to try catch something here. They do see... Oh, they blinked in blindly, and unfortunately they're going to pay the price for that. There is a reverse polarity that has come out. Yeah, no, the cores are just going to walk away here on the side of Blackout 5. They don't fear anything that's coming out their way. There's not really much respect here. Primal Roy is up again, he jumps forward, he gets the mag. On the background, the Skyrath is also going down. Ogre will also go down. These are some diebacks here. I think they may just call GG right here.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Looks like they're staying in it for now. There's a pullback onto this Cottle. It gets pulled into the fountain by the Storm Spirit. Unfortunately for Storm Spirit, the Cottle was fed a greater healing Lotus by his Mirana. And like I said, that thing's basically like a cheese when you've got a Mirana in your game. Okay. I was going to say they might as well leave the Storm Spirit, they're just wasting time. You've already got the creeps in the base of the bot lane, you might as well just stay here, you don't need the creeps coming through. Oh no! that Mars Arena into Spear just didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. And I mean, he's got the X as well. Just, yeah, just missed, unfortunately.
Radiant's middle tower just keeled over. Radiant's middle barracks are taking water.
Do you think they could have got this mid set of racks had they not turned around and started chasing the Storm Spirit, which is exactly what he wanted them to do. So I mean, great play to the Storm Spirit there. Okay, we've got a refresher orb on the Beastmaster, so we are going to see a lot of roars here. The stun on the Primal Roar down 4 seconds now, 4 seconds. And I mean, it used to be more back in the day before they did the, call it the global stun nerf in one of the older patch updates. Because yeah, I think before then, stuns feel long now. Before then, I can't remember even how it felt. But it's, I can tell you now, if the stuns feel like an age now, they felt like eons back in the day when everybody stunned just a little bit longer. Okay, we do have a pipe here on the side of Merciless, just helping mitigate some of that damage. There's still 33k in this game. Got some mid action coming through, some smokes. Will we see another blind blink in from the Mars? Or we probably will. Okay, they come around on the side. They do manage to catch the Muerta. They catch everybody else outside of the arena, which means that the Muerta is in there all by a lonesome and just gets speared and arrowed down. Doesn't get the time to react, doesn't get to pop BKB. 1,800 health feels like absolutely nothing when you're standing in the walls of the bars. She does buy back, Storm Spirit goes in, BKB'd up. We do have Muerta blinking in, ulting, doing a lot of damage. Does manage to take down the Primal. Primal did use his refresher, so all of his skills are up, but I mean, I don't know if it was worth the refresher ult, but he didn't even get a chance to use the refresher. Okay, Lotus Orb doing its thing, pushing back the ignites, hitting everybody else. Storm Spirit zipping in, taking a lot of damage. 3 silences out on the way of Cockle. A big ice path catches 3. We do have Mars being hurled around in the background here. You thought things were going his way, however, doesn't seem to be the case. He does drop the ulti, will go down inside his ult. There is a trick shot going out onto the Twin-Head Dragon who's just flying away here. Arcane Bolt has slowed him down, or the concussive shot has slowed him down, and a root makes sure that he stays in place to absorb the full Skyrath ult. What's available here on the side of Merciless? Can they continue to hold out? Like I said, this Muerta is starting to hit scary shots. She's got borderline 3k gold. Is queuing up a Lincoln's. She also realizes that this primal is a problem. Look, there are many ways to pop this Lincoln's on the side of Blackout 5. However, I think just if one thing is disabled, it does make life a little bit easier. Because then you're perhaps not used into the ice path. You maybe not silenced from the outset. So, you know, one thing just doesn't work on the side of Blackout 5, which is good. Okay, another Roche blade coming through. Roche does roar. Everybody knows where everybody is now. Skywrath in and around his graveyard, his own personal graveyard here, trying to make himself useful, trying to get some D wards. Mirana is there protecting the wards, which makes life a little bit difficult for the Skywrath, as he doesn't actually manage to get any of those. Did he catch anything? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we have got Aegis Beastmaster. 7 seconds until his refresher orb is up. He will want to move now. Although that being said, his team TP's top. Muerta going with the risky play to try and farm in risky areas. If Mirana steps to the side, she may have seen the Muerta, but she doesn't. They do ping her out now. They realize something's going on here.
For enemies.
They know she's here somewhere. But she doesn't know that they know that she doesn't know. Okay, BKB TP out. I think that's the best thing that she could have done. And perhaps that was her play all along, because she's TP'd right down to the base and has now started moving towards this bottom lane, which is pushing in naturally. And will want to farm these side
They're
camps
trying
as
to bring
well,
down
surely.
Radiant's top tower.
Ah, Beastmaster, I keep on saying primal. It's because of the primal roar. And then I keep saying, yeah. Full Wind Waker now available on the Mirana. We got a blink in ult. He does manage to catch the Ogre. Storm Spirit going in on the background, trying to make himself useful. Refresher ult coming down. Second Mars ult going up. 28 making himself very useful at the background. Just trying to disable this Muerta just a little bit. Try and make that ulti go down. Skywrath Mage dropping a big ult here onto the Beastmaster. He is being silenced down. Dragged in with the Vortex. First life is down. 3 dead on the side of Merciless. Buyback on the Skywrath.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. The tide turns against Radiant's top barracks.
And that will be top racks and almost certainly mid racks as well. They do call the GGs now. Storm Spirit just doing a few last plays. But yeah, the GGs are.
Victory!
Okay, we will be back shortly with game 2.
Dire team ban.
Alright, we are kicking it off with game 2. First game going the way of Blackout 5. Blackout removing Viper and SF from the pool. Merciless replying quickly with the Largo and the Razor and the respect ban of the Beastmaster. So as we know, once there's a respect ban from the first game, that does open the door to some other heroes slipping through. Blackout 5 removing the Tiny from the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
Tiny, quite a good playmaking hero.
Dire team pick.
And Blackout 5 also removing the Nyx Assassin. So with Nyx Assassin being removed from the pool, that does open the door for heroes that like channeling spells, your Warlock, your Snapfire, Crystal Maiden. You know, Nyx is quite a hard counter to a lot of those heroes. Anything that likes to stand still and cast channeling spells. Merciless bringing out the Dawnbreaker. And now Blackout 5 picking out the Skywrath Mage.
Dire team ban.
Okay. Bans on Silencer as well. As you saw, Skywrath Mage not useless in the first game, doing a decent amount of damage. Very squishy hero though,
10 seconds
very
remaining.
susceptible to being bursted down, which is what we saw a lot in that first game. Anytime the Skywrath walked underneath any sort of vision, the Mars would jump on top and just delete. Okay, Batrider being removed from the pool by Merciless, and Tusk being removed from Blackout 5. Of course, that does mean Oracle is now in play. Tusk being removed, second game in a row. Not a hero that many teams like playing into. In the hands of a very skillful player, Tusk is just hellish to play into. Okay, we're finally into our first bit of reserve time. The first round of bans and picks went very, very quickly. Nobody using any reserve time there. But we are now into the reserve time for the first time on the side of Blackout 5. So decisions definitely need to be made here. Taking quite a bit of time to decide this next pick.
Dire team pick.
Okay.
Disruptor.
Disruptor is the reveal. Okay, so nice little bit of a mix here with Skywrath and Disruptor. Skywrath obviously increasing magic damage on one particular foe with the Arcane Curse. Also managing to silence that individual hero. Disruptor casting a
5 seconds remaining.
more AoE silence. Damage over time as well is pretty decent, but I think the silence is really what the killer is. And also just managing to hold people in with his spells. Also a nice little bit of a counter for the Dawnbreaker. She may get her ult off, but she can just get glimpsed right back to sender, not collect 200 rand. I don't know. So yeah, Dawnbreaker will then be looking to invest in an early shard so that the moment she does land, if the Disruptor is not stunned and he starts glimpsing her back, she can use her shard to make her immune to debuffs and as a result won't be sent back to sender. Weaver and Venge coming out on the side of Merciless, two heroes that complement each other quite well. The Weaver doing a fair amount of right-click damage, Dawnbreaker also doing a fair amount of right-click damage, and Vengeful Spirit just boosting the damage output of everybody that's around her.
5 seconds remaining.
Blackout 5 will be looking to get some stun heroes coming in, as they don't currently have any stun. Got a lot of slow, a lot of reposition, chase, counter initiation so far, but not anything that holds anybody in place. So we may be seeing some DK, they might pick up the mag themselves this game, because the mag would be very decent alongside the disruptor. And also buffs other right-click heavy heroes. The next 2 picks will be very, very telling.
Radiant team pick.
There we go. There's your stun hero. Earthshaker has the ability to chain stun, something that a Weaver hates. Also has the ability to interrupt the Dawnbreaker ult pre-shard. Not the Dawnbreaker ult, the Dawnbreaker Starbreaker.
5 seconds remaining.
And that's the worst, when you're a Dawnbreaker and somebody just interrupts that Starbreaker combo. Because it is quite satisfying to get the full 3 hits off. And if you can end it off with a crit, it just feels better. I know you can crit on the first hit or the second hit, depending on how many charges you got going, but there's just something extra about critting on that last hit with the stun.
Dire team pick.
So yeah, an early shard on the Dawnbreaker is going to be very, very important. Okay, another Veno pickup here by Blackout 5. And that might be Veno running in one of the core roles. And guys, if you think Venomancer is irritating as a support hero, which Venomancer is very irritating as a support hero, as a core hero, it's actually just not right what that Septic Shock allows that hero to do. The amount of damage that comes out is actually quite insane, if played correctly. Okay, how does Merciless respond?
Dire team band. Clockwork.
Okay, Clockwork coming out. So this means our Weaver will be running in a core position. Venge and Clock, some decent stuns. Venge providing some additional vision as well. Merciless remove the Puck from the pool. Puck would be very good against any of the heroes that are currently sitting on the side of Merciless. Very elusive hero.
10 seconds
Can
remaining.
make a big nuisance of itself.
Dire team band.
Blackout 5 remove the Void Spirit. They don't want anything jumping in on them. There are other spirits in the pool though.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What to do, what to do. Into reserve time we go.
Radiant team band.
Okay, Odie removed from the pool again.
Dire team pick.
Okay, another spirit being removed from the pool. That leaves only the Storm Spirit, which didn't serve Merciless. It wasn't bad. I mean, Storm did a decent amount, but I just don't think that there was enough follow-up after the Storm.
5 seconds remaining.
Whereas now Merciless has gone with some pretty decent combos. Clockwork with the hook shot can really get into the faces of Blackout 5. Dawnbreaker can come ulting in on top of the Clockwork. They've got Save with the Vengeful Spirit. Weaver reducing everybody's armor as well.
Radiant team pick.
Some decent
Templar
heroes.
assassin.
Okay, and they go with the TA on the side of Merciless. TA, a very nice tempo carry hero. Comes alive in the mid-game if she gets a decent start or a
5
fairly
seconds remaining.
decent start. Can make life very difficult for these supports. She could easily 2 or 3 shot the Skywrath down, and she could even kill the Disruptor before the glimpse actually takes effect. So
Choose your hero.
okay, Blackout 5 responding with the Troll Warlord, which is a very, very nice pick against TA. Because, yeah, he removes those stacks so quickly. Okay. These are our drafts. I like the Blackout 5 draft this game. I think they've got a lot of useful tools to answer what Merciless has got at the moment. And I mean, it's not to say that I think Merciless's draft's bad at all. I think Merciless's draft is very good, actually. I just feel like Blackout 5 have got a lot of answers for this particular draft. I just want to point out we've got boyfriend versus girlfriend here with Vengeful Spirit up against the Skywrath Mage. And it's so fitting that they both have got the Arcanas out for this. We might hear some interesting voice lines. Okay guys, we are going into game 2. Will we see?
Prepare for battle.
Good luck having fun.
I'm
Okay.
sensing a pattern here.
Oh,
Keep your beak pointed at your
spiciness
own
coming out. If you guys like
Nothing
Mexican food.
touches the heart Nothing like touches the heart.
Okay,
like
smoke's
my
coming
venom.
out on the side of Blackout 5. They put their cheeky ward up here in the mid lane again, giving them vision onto the high ground. Merciless perching themselves on the high ground a second time. But no, they are going to be crossing the river this time. And the smokes have popped. Only 1 caught there on the Gale, but 3 are going to be caught on the concussive shot. The Cogs catches nobody, and unfortunately now we've just got a Clockwork standing on an island alone. And there is a great sacrifice being made here from the Vengeful Spirit, who sacrifices her life not only for Pakistan but also for the TA to get away. It's a great wow, grape. Okay, we are going to be seeing so a little bit of a muck coming out. Very nice use of the hammer there to pull the Dawnbreaker over the Fissure. Very clever use of the spells there. Dawnbreaker teeping in. Okay, we've got the mid Skywrath against the mid Venge. Oh, and Weaver going down.
You missed the mark.
This is going to be an interesting matchup. I think I'd want to stay here just to hear the voice lines. But we do need to have a look at the other lanes, see how everything is unfolding, and it's pretty good. Weaver having to run back, which
It's not great here for the Dawnbreaker, but does manage to get a bit aggressive.
Killing spree.
Oh, Venge going down in the mid lane.
Skryok was not my Shen.
Troll just chipping away at this Dawnbreaker. She's not going to have a good time because, of course, this can be a double ranged lane or a melee range lane, depending on what Troll feels like doing at that specific point in time. But the Troll has stepped up just a little bit too close, and that is going to be a dead Troll.
It's a beautiful day to keep teaching you lessons.
Cool. Dawnbreaker also a very, very spicy individual with her voice line about teaching Troll lessons. Okay, back to the mid lane here. We've got what looks like it's going to be triple null talismans out in the mid lane, which, as you can see, the Avenge is not going to be enjoying.
A small loss.
Okay, some more chip damage going against this Dawnbreaker. Weaver making himself very elusive. Whirling Axe is missing. Dropping the Swarm onto 2 heroes, but that will be a dead Weaver. Disruptor also taking some damage here in the top lane. Okay, everybody being caught here by the... Oh, eventually the Fisher does go down. It's the clockwork just making life very difficult here for the Earthshaker. Do we have triple nulls? We do have triple nulls here. Raindrops coming out for Vengeful Spirit. I think that is massively, massively needed, just to try and stem the tide of all this magic damage that's going to be coming out to her. Lotus now on the Troll. Notice the Lotus. Celestial Hammer being used to just try and get some farm. Slow's going both ways. There is some pinging going down here. Look like a play wants to be made. Okay, and while we thought it was going to be a support Vengeful Spirit, it is, like I said, it is a mid-Vengeful Spirit. Currently it's 18-2 versus the 16-1.
I can see I'll have to carry us to victory.
Yeah, Troll very spicy in his own right, saying to the Disruptors that he will have to carry the team to victory. Troll knows his role as a carry hero.
Bounty.
Weaver just making life difficult. Dead Venom.
That was canned laughter.
Okay, Avenge a lot more
Radiant's
survivable
courier
now,
has been killed.
but I think those raindrops are gone already. In that time she has managed to get a stick and a pair of boots coming out.
Songs of your death, but I'll remember for a moment or two.
Disruptor going down to Dawnbreaker. Weaver just trying to distract this Troll, disrupt the right-clicking farming. I think if Dawnbreaker had actually used her hammer to go forward there, she may have caught this Troll. But I mean, Troll could also have popped the Whirling Axes, which would have made life difficult as well. They're bringing the Weaver right back into the Troll's Whirling Axes, and as I said, that there is a bit of burst damage that comes out from the Troll. So maybe the Dawnbreaker knew not to go there, but the Dawnbreaker now does pop the Troll once the threat of the burst damage is gone. Big work coming out here into the top lane. We've got TA going down. Lovely ulti being dropped by the Skyrats. We've got no more mana now as a result of the cogs and the ulti being dropped. Earthshaker just trying to body block here. Weaver coming in with a swarm with some extra right clicks. Triple kill going the way of this
Skywrath. And it might be more because there's another Arcane Bolt coming down. Ultra kill. I said it in the first draft that this Skywrath mage in the pos 2 position can act as a very big playmaker over and above the fact that the amount of magic damage that comes out from the Skywrath mage in the mid lane, very, very painful. Very, very painful. Level 7 now, and this is against the level 6. Okay, came in, caught the haste rune, makes a turn, is gonna go top again, and I don't think they'll be expecting this haste rune, and that is gonna be a dead Clockwork. They do catch the Gale as well. They've got the dust, they reposition the TA, she goes right back to sender, and that is a dead TA as well. Something Blackout 5 really very good at is putting a lot of pressure into the pos 1 of the opposing team. As I'm saying that, equal pressure going the way of Blackout 5 in the fact that their pos 1 was also just ganked. So I think very good map awareness now on the side of Merciless, realizing that there were a lot of heroes in the top lane and they were free to make a play here against the Troll. Troll not really reading the situation that well this time round. Didn't realize the threat that was surrounding him. He does go down. And they make another play and catch the Skywrath now. And that is 700 gold going the way of the Dawnbreaker. And I mean, that's 700 much needed gold. Back to some action here in the top lane. Glimpse going out onto the Clockwork, who gets pulled all the way back. Now they make a choice. They decide the Venomancer's out of position. Venomancer is a bit like a truck. Takes so much time to move from one area to the other. Will just be worked down here. There is some damage coming out from ES, who does want to take a bit of a return play. Skywrath has come through the top as well, manages to pop down the Clockwork. And now they're making a move on this Weaver, who does use his ult to get right back. In the meantime, Disruptor dropping his ult will go down to the right clicks of the Dawnbreaker, and that is going to be a dead Dawnbreaker, as well as 2 Arcane Bolts hunt him down. And more Arcane Bolts going against the TA, who will survive on 60 health. I think if they threw the blood grenade at that exact moment. Okay, we've got a Clockwork in the jungle. And a dead Vengeful Spirit, but I think there's going to be a return kill here because there won't be enough time for this Venomous Gale to do work. But in reply, there's a turn kill as well. The Veno also goes down. There's a very, very early Kaya on the side of Blackout 5. And the Skywrath just being propped up with support mana items. They realize there's money to be made top. They've got a Clockwork that's slightly out of position. ES does go down, but they're pinging out the Venge here. And they're going to come around from the side. They're not going to see it. The Thunderstrike is down. They're going to glimpse it right back. But they don't make the play. They don't make the play. I think they were maybe thinking the Clockwork is probably hanging around the side here, so the Venge would use the Nether Swap, but I mean they could have silenced that down with the Arcane Curse, so I'm not quite, or the Arcane Seal, so I'm not quite sure why they didn't go that way. Anyway, they use it now, and they will be taking down this Dawnbreaker. Everything dropped, including the Blood Grenade that we spoke of previously, but it is worth it. In other news, the Weaver goes down to the Troll, which must have been here in the bot side of things.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, they're pinging out this TA here. They will drop
the Static Storm, and they are going to hold her down in this little storm that's going on here. Okay, but the Dawnbreaker is coming into the ult of the ES, who drops the hammer, is avoided by the Dawnbreaker, who just steps slightly out of range, uses the Celestial Hammer to close the distance afterwards. Okay, that is a nether swap into stun or magic missile, which does kill. And Skywrath, while targeting the Clockwork, manages to drop the Mystic Flare onto the TA, who goes down as well. Almost looking in two different directions at once. They do ping out the fact that the Clockwork has picked up the Invis rune. They will be cognizant of that while they make their moves now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No towers down on either side.
A golden thread. Bounty.
Circles being drawn on the map. Blackout 5 realizing that this high ground is not a good space for them to be in. They reposition the Dawnbreaker back into the Mystic Flare, into the Static Storm, into the Kinetic Field. Cannot go anywhere. That is a dead Dawnbreaker. Venge using this time to get her farm going. Is looking at finishing off the Manta style and has also got a Dragon Rod queued up at the same time. So we'll see which way she goes first. They are moving towards her in the top lane. We do have a Skywrath looking at her saying, I want some of that. Okay, they waited just till she's out of vision. They now do have the high ground advantage on her. The ES does block her in. They've got the high fives out just to say goodbye. And now they're going to be TPing straight bot to go do some more damage here. Arcane Bolt does come out first round. Dawnbreaker is coming in. Skywrath walks out of the ult. The hammer is dropped. The Dawnbreaker was also glimpsed back to wherever she was going. Triple kill going the way of Skywrath as she drops the Mystic Flare that will take out the Weaver. 4 dead on the side of Merciless, while only the Troll is dead on the side of Blackout 5. Okay, smoke is dropped. They are going to be running into the triangle now. If they catch this TA again here, you gotta feel that things are going to not be looking good. They see her, they pinged out, they do manage to get the Fissure and the Arcane Seal. She's taking a lot of damage. She gets glimpsed straight back into the Kinetic Field, and she doesn't go down to the neutral creep. She does get taken down by the Skywrath. Going to be switching over to the net worth graph here. We do have a 3k lead, but almost all of that 3k is sitting on the side of the Skywrath.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, lines are being drawn, routes are being made. The Watcher will catch them here. So Venge knows something's going on. Surely she doesn't try and farm this. Yep, she does. Watcher did not catch them apparently because nobody was watching. And that is a dead a dead Vengeful Spirit. Catch her twice farming the same camp. That's not going to feel good. And they must realize that there must be some sort of ward here. They got a very sneaky ward that does watch this ancient camp over here, while also gives vision to those running in to farm the small camp. So a good deep ward. They've also got a deep ward in here. More action in the bot lane. Weaver the only one that seems to be getting away here. While we were busy talking about the ward placement. They're glimpsing the Weaver right back underneath vision. Will be chain stunned into silences. They will drop everything on him because he does just eat lotuses to try and keep alive, but unfortunately there is the matter of chain stuns that are coming out. Okay, they've realized that there's some issues. They do start dewarding. Unfortunately, the dewarding comes at the cost of the life of the Vengeful Spirit, who gets glimpsed straight back into Static Storm and Kinetic Field. Does take the one vision ward down, and there's another vision ward straight away, dropped in that exact same spot, basically. Weaver now TPing in. Will they see the TP coming? Nope, they're focusing solely on the Clockwork, who will be taking this as a sacrifice for the TA, who's farming still in that same spot, which is a very dangerous thing to do. Does try and turn to try and help out the Dawnbreaker, who's taking a couple shots. Weaver coming in, does step close to the ward, will get glimpsed back, is silenced. Dawnbreaker ult coming in, does try and step up to the Skywrath. However, the Skywrath just kites out the Starbreaker and does turn around and drop all the arcane bolts that will take the Dawnbreaker down. We've got 33 to 15 at this point in time, with a 9k net worth lead on the side of Blackout 5. And the vision game is definitely paying dividends. They do wait for the creep wave to go across before they start moving in and around. You can see the TA is farming here. Fisher does miss. They don't seem to catch the TA, who comes around these trees and just manages to meld herself so that nobody can see her. It does walk out now again, and that will be caught. That's going to be a saved TA, almost a dead TA. Now a dead TA, as the glimpse takes the last two caught inside the cogs. Static Storm being dropped, and that will be a dead disruptor. She just gets right clicked down by the assault battery together with the Vengeful Spirit. Epicenter being dropped does catch two heroes. JK does kill both. Buyback on the Weaver, who ulties straight into the area with a time lapse, and I think that's just going to be a die back, maybe. Yep, does get silenced a second time. There are 4 arcane bolts on the way, but the blink enchant totem will take the last hit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Vlad's up on the Dawnbreaker. At this point in time of the game, I think I would have made sure to have the Shard up. I think Shard is extremely powerful in this game, especially with the lineup that they're going into. Okay, TA takes down some of this vision. This area feels a little bit safer, but at this point in the game, the TA's got no real items, so to speak. Just the Falcon Blade and the Dragon Lance, which doesn't feel good for 19 minutes. You at least want to have a Deso up by now. Full bots, and this Kaya and Sanj. TA glimpsed back into the Static Storm Kinetic Field Earthshaker combo with the Mystic Flare to boot, just peeling away those layers of the refraction. And they're going to be bringing this Clockwork all the way back. Blink in from the Disruptor. Disruptor will go down, but that will be a dead Clockwork as well. Beyond godlike streak now on Skywrath. It's not often you see a Disruptor with a blink this time of the game, but they're feeling good, they're feeling strong, so they are going to be wanting to play off the front foot. Midas up on the Veno with a full Spirit Vessel.
Holy shit!
And there's more action in this top lane. The last hit of the Starbreaker doesn't connect. However, the ES will go down.
You've done quite well.
The kiting that's coming from the Skywrath mage is actually just quite insane. Because, I mean, one more arcane bolt there, and that would have been a dead Weaver. Ags up shard up. There's so much damage coming out now. Will they catch this Weaver? Standing under a ward, they do blink him all the way back into the kinetic field, in underneath vision. First arcane bolt just absolutely rips through him. The second one just puts him in there.
has fallen to the Radiant.
Okay, Rosh going down to the troll, the bottom lane, but all the actions here on top. They just can't seem to do anything about the Skywrath. They can't get close to him, but now they do. They get him onto the clockwork, but he does get glimpsed back. Skywrath is still quite a squishy hero. Can they do enough to get rid of him here? They do. And that's a godlike streak going the way of TA. And of all the heroes to take that godlike streak, you want it to be your TA. It's a full Hurricane Pike finished now and on the route to the first Mithril Hammer. So I mean a lot of gold coming out there. Gold swing of 1,700. Yeah, 1,779. And most of that going the way of the TA. Full 1,000 gold. So exactly what the TA wants.
An invisible spectrum.
Okay, we do have an Invis Dawnbreaker. Having a look at mid, realizing there's a bit too much to handle just as one.
Radiant structures
Hags
are
out of the
fortified.
Dawnbreaker as well. But that shard, she needs that shard to try and get into this ES, blinking in onto the TA, who does use the... Okay, we've got more... Yeah, and now the troll's in. That's going to be a dead TA. But yeah, as I was saying, she does use the Hurricane Pike to create some distance. It takes the ES down to half health. And then Troll showed up and the party was over. Yeah, they are going to take this Tormentor down now. Very close there for the ES. Very close for ES to going down. And once again, after taking the Tormentor, I feel it's very brave to be farming in this area for the exact reason that you're going to see now. That is going to be a dead Dawnbreaker. And Clockwork coming in with the classic henchman tactics. And that may cost Clockwork his life. He's got 2-3 arcane bolts following him. The arcane bolts also working very nicely with the disruptor because it grants vision. Disruptor can then glimpse from 2 years ago. It can bring everybody right back to where he wants them to be. Okay, Battle Fury sending Yasha up on the troll with the Wraith Band to boot. And we are going to see some push pressure coming this way now. 18k gold lead. Double Mystic Flares coming out. Triple Arcane Bolts hitting this TA, who does go down in the background to a Wayward Fissure. It just connects. There's a Nether Swap that comes out. They do catch the Disruptor, which is a decent kill because he is very annoying to play into. Battery Assault going down here. But the ES has now got his shard up, which is making life very, very difficult to play into because he's just managed to stun everybody along that line. They realize it's not worth to continue down that area and decide to hightail it out of there. They do all TP bot. They do catch the Veno here. The Veno is doing quite a bit of damage, but unfortunately that will be a dead Veno.
Dire structures are fortified.
Do they catch the ES here as well? Do they see him? No, they don't see him. Weaver sees him. Weaves in and out. Drops the... Oh, okay, gets swapped out, but everybody's stunned. Everybody's stunned due to this Ag Shard, but that will be a dead ES. The Scream does go down. And now we have a very big ult coming out from the Disruptor, but 2 caught here as a result of the Dawnbreaker ult, who does take down the Skywrath, which is a big kill. That is a team wipe now. That is a team wipe just for the cost of the Weaver. That's got to feel good on the side of Merciless. That's got to feel good. I think TA is probably flying out her Deso. Let's see what's on the courier here. Yep. It will be a Deso, a rather late Deso, but an important Deso. And then BKB being queued up directly after that, which I think is a brilliant buy. When is the shard coming out, Dawnbreaker?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a free mini BKB. In actual fact, it might even be better than a BKB for 1,400. So, I mean, look at that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Magic resistance, debuff immunity, free movement for 1,400 gold. Dawnbreaker then slows everybody that she's hitting with Starbreaker. It's such an overpowered shard as far as shards go. Between that and the shard on the Drow Ranger, which I've made my thoughts clear many times on this stream, but I'll say it again. Absolutely amazing shards. And then you get a hero that I play quite often, that I've been playing since Dota 1 days, Spirit Breaker. His shard is like an extra 200 movement speed during his charge. That's all he gets.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But no. For Drow's shard, for 1,400, you get to literally recreate parts of the map, in that you can create a giant ice spire that nobody can come in from the front, obstructs vision, gives you an extra vision burst, gives you range, gives you high ground targeting, gives you additional multi-shot waves. It's absolutely insane. The troll being caught here in the background quite alone, and yeah, they're just gonna stand there and exchange targets, whittle the troll down, and that's a dead troll. Troll needs to start playing with his team now. He needs to start playing with his team if he feels that he wants to make an impact. Because if they're gonna catch him there alone with 4 heroes, they're too good at changing the target.
Jackpot.
Okay. It's now only a 10k gold lead on the side of Blackout 5. And we were right up at a stage. Okay, we've got a blink coming in from the Disruptor. He does manage to get absolutely nobody in his ult, his kinetic field. Will, however, reposition the TA. The TA does go down.
I'm sorry. That's never happened before.
Okay. Tips coming out now. They do tip the ES. The Weaver is now caught in the kinetic field, and that is a dead Weaver. And I mean, while the troll needs to play with the team more, need a bit more from this Venom as well. 0, 5 and 14. So they're giving the Venom a lot of space to farm, which is of course always great. And the Venom will deal damage later, naturally. Just feel like it could be doing a bit more. Okay, BKB up now on Dawnbreaker. And now I feel like now the shard is equally as important, because now you've got 2 sources of debuff immunity against a team that is wholly magical except for the right click that's coming out of the troll. So much magic damage coming out of the inside of Blackout 5. Okay, we've got some illusion on smoke action here. They realize it's illusions as the concussive shots do not target them. Okay, some aggressive lines being drawn. They want to go mid, it seems. Dawnbreaker is being caught. Will she pop BKB to try and get away here? No, she will not. Just saying, if she had shard, she could have Starbreak it out that way. She's got free movement. Anyway, we do have a Weaver that is trying to be caught here. Will be caught ultimately. He is silenced down, so there's no mobility coming from him. ES goes down in the background. We've now got a Manta style coming out on the... Oh, and he's gone Ethereal as well. And now it's a straight up right click battle.
and the Venge is still there because he's got his axe.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Clock coming in clutch with the hook shot. They now finally catch this Weaver in the static storm and the kinetic field. This surely is a dead Weaver. Yes, it is. He manages to drop the Spirit Vessel, and that will be a dead disruptor. Is it? No, he dukes him out. Okay. Mid, there is some action here as well. Troll does say, I have had enough of this. That is no more a clock. He's opened up that specific can. They have picked up the meld, as there's a sentry ward there, but the damage is now coming out from this Templar assassin.
Middle barracks are under attack.
That is a dead troll. But these wards just being annoying in this mid lane.
I deserve this.
Okay, Weaver is looking for the ES. Has seen the ES. ES has not seen the Weaver, as he was invis at the time. Waits for his Shikuchi to come back up before moving around again. He does see some wards. Doing very well to avoid the vision for the most part. Okay. TA got 4 Deso charges now as well. Okay, we have got a swap that comes out. That is an ethereal disruptor who does drop the static storm. He manages to get 2 heroes in. TA does go BKB, starts walking around. Clockwork is picked up on the background. There is a Noxious Plague ult that does come out from the Veno, who does manage to catch the Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeful Spirit Ags is now killing the Veno. On the background here, we've got a big ES dropping the hammer down onto the Weaver, who does pop. And in the background, they are still hunting the Disruptor, who is not planning on going down anytime soon. He has blinked out and TP'd away, while the heroes of Merciless get taken out by the cause of Blackout 5. Okay, blink coming out from the Dawnbreaker. No BKB charge now. Has got 11-1 charges. Does run into the okay, she does. Oh, she doesn't get the ult off because she just gets interrupted. And that is a dead Vengeful Spirit image as well. Okay, they're pinging out the Veno. They want the Veno to come help. Yes, dropping the Fissure down, clearing out the wave. Clockwork trying to stem the bleeding and provide some vision.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Troll is hitting extremely hard. Over 200 now. Well over 200. And makes very short work of these barracks.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
There were signs of life at a stage, but now the net worth lead is back up to 21k. Almost all of it sitting on the Skywrath, who's had an outstanding game from start to finish so far.
And it's off.
Okay, they're looking to go in, but also not. There's no reason to be in that area anymore. They've got what they needed. They ping out the top tower. It is the last objective on the map. It is the responsible thing to do.
Top tower is under attack.
Is now a basher on the troll as well.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Earthblade on Skywrath Mage. That will be painful. Okay, Roche being pinged out. Roche has roared. The rocket comes in. They can see exactly what Roche is doing. Do they contest? Doesn't look like it.
Dominating. Very nice.
Instead, the Skywrath Mage goes bottom and takes out the Weaver, who was trying to
Roshan has fallen to the Raven.
push out this bottom lane. Oh, and this amplified damage rune just spawned as they walked past it. Ah, Troll realizes it's there, goes back to fetch, and yeah, if this Troll marches down that top lane, I fear I pity the fool that gets caught by him. Oh, they know that the Venge is here. They are going to make some plays towards the Venge. They drop they drop the everything. They literally drop the everything. And unfortunately that is going to be a dead Venge. Echo Slam dropped. Static Storm dropped. Everything dropped at that moment. Except the Troll ult. Okay, the scary Troll does no longer have the amplified damage rune. It's just a normal scary Troll now.
Dire's top tower is under
Veno
attack.
is here in support.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Blackout 5 doing very well to split the lanes here. They do manage to
Dire's top barracks
get the TA down to almost dead, but unfortunately
top barracks have fallen.
the top racks does go down for the side of Merciless while they're trying to catch this Skyrath who's just doing so much damage here and being so annoying. And that is a Weaver that will go down as well. He gets caught in the Static Storm. No Shikuching his way out of that. They do glimpse the... Oh goodness. Before I can even say it, they do glimpse the Dawnbreaker back. Blade into Arcane Bolt, and that is a dead Dawn.
Dire's bottom barracks
GG
have
is
fallen.
called. They run into the fountain. The last swan song.
Dire's bottom barracks have fallen. Radiant victory.
And that is it for tonight, guys. That is a Blackout 5 taking the series 2-0. Thank you guys very much for those of you that joined. And have yourselves a lovely evening.